Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early August 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Piscean people. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we have for the Pisceans? What do you got for us here? Early August. What energies, messages, insights can we take a look at? And yeah, we're going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces, early August. Talk to me. Let's get this first card out nice and quick for my good friends. What do we got? Here it is. Thank you. Okay. So I've been seeing this in water signs. There's like this nice underlying energy of action and fire, which I also find extra intriguing because for the fire signs, we're starting off with watery energy. And for the water signs, we're starting with fiery energy. It's like it's a little bit of a flip-flop. But this card does remind me of the Chariot, very strong action-oriented type of vibe. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So if you look at the imagery here, we have this strong divine feminine figure. There's a ship, there's all sorts of objects, there's birds in the sky, and they are all going off in one particular direction. So this is a big action card. Now, for some of you, this could be thoughts of a trip or situations with distance, getting away. But to me, it's someone revving up the engines to make a big move. So this is a really strong action-oriented type of energy. So for a lot of Pisces in this time, the work you do, the actions you put in could really pay off. Whether it's like work things, relationship things, like to me, it seems like anything you touch can have a little progress. Now, that doesn't mean everything we see within this reading is going to be sunshine and rainbows. I just like how the energy looks moving forward because it doesn't seem stuck. It doesn't seem planted. So just know what your current situation is not your final destination when this card is here. Okay, so there's great energy around movement and action. It's like something is revving up. There's also the big future focus as well. So we're just going to put that right there for now. They could keep revving the engines. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. So let's get 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for my Piscean people. What do you got for us, my guides? And while we get this shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled Karma Gets Served. Okay, so there was a very strong universal karmic energy showing up in last week's reading. Now, that normally shows up either 1, when the universe and spirit's balancing something out, or 2, people are going through some big changes, big things, big shifts. And it showed up in a powerful way last week. So I wouldn't be surprised if we still get some karmic notes of energy this week. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get 3 cards out. What do we got for Pisces here? Early August, my guides. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, more fire. Starting off with that Page of Wands, big card of communication, but also that movement. And I said it, like all the water signs this week have a fiery energy attached to it. And we'll talk about it more. Let's get a couple more cards out. What do we got? 2 cups, partnerships, friends, connections, you name it. Could be very, very important. Now we could be looking at the energy of someone you're connected to, literally. Let's get one more. Thank you. 8 of Swords. So we got a little bit of air back here on the end. So your reading definitely has similar themes that I was seeing in the Cancer reading. And we will talk about it. That 8 of Swords could be a little wound tight. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I like the mixture of elements we have here. Yes, we're starting out strong with the fire. We have some water element, which you are very comfortable in normally. We have this 8 of Swords here on the back, which is also the realm of communication and the mind. So it's like on the split ends, there is big energy around communing or communicating in a powerful way. The same could be said with the Two of Cups, because that's like sharing emotions and feelings. So it's going to be intriguing to see how this all plays out. Lots of low numbered energy as well, which is like early stages. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number one, the Page of Wands. Now, for a portion of you, hey, maybe you have some fire placements. Maybe you're connected to a fire sign. That could be the case. Pages normally represent youth, younger individuals. They represent new things. It's not a fully developed energy just yet. It's kind of like a spark plug. It's something that's just getting started, just getting moving. Pages represent students and messengers. So there's a lot of talk and there's a lot of yapping when it comes to the Page of Wands in particular. There could be a lot of gusto for something, or a burning or a wanting when this card is in the mix as well. Now, I always like to give the positives and negatives of every single card. And if you're not connected to a fire sign, this is a great card for making moves and taking action. But at the same time, this could also be Spirit telling you to pace yourself with something. Like, yeah, do take action, make moves, but don't do too much. Make sure to pace yourself, because this Page of Wands can run out of energy. So watch your energy levels in various different ways when this Page of Wands is here. And it could also be aggressive sometimes as well. Fire, you know, can be unpredictable. So this Page of Wands starting us off, yeah, there's action. It's coming in out of nowhere, and it's coming in intense. So moving to the center, and we'll talk about that page more when we get to the clarifier. It could literally just be a talk. But moving to the center, we have the Two of Cups. Beautiful. So twos in tarot represent decisions, choices, being at a crossroads. So for some of you, that might be the case. They also represent partnerships, specifically this Two of Cups. You see those individuals, they're sharing the cups. Now, I always say this could be a card of soul ties, people that are very near and dear to your heart. It doesn't always have to be romance, although it can be. It could be romance, it could be a family member, it could be a very dear friend. So when we look at this, it's a very smooth, easy flowing type of energy, or at least it should be. In the challenge, it could represent disharmony, people not getting along, or there being a little schism between you and another person. But we're not going to go negative or challenging just yet, because we still have to clarify it. I like this. Usually it's a good energy that we could really take a look at. The Two of Cups could be important here, because if we're looking at the energy of someone you're connected to, this could just tell us some information. Like, hey, what's on their mind? What are they feeling? What are they thinking? Now, moving to the back end, we have this little bit of tense energy. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, one of my classic cards of overthinking. Someone that could be a little stressed or anxious. Like, to me, it's like mind running, mind racing type of energy. I'm not saying that someone is stressing over nothing. That's absolutely not the case. It just, there could be something you're thinking a little too much on, or overthinking, or thinking too much into it, if that makes sense. This card could also be someone that feels a little trapped. So in this time, you might need to shake up your regular routine. Okay, you might need to like get out of your routine. Some of you might be feeling a little cabin fevered or trapped or cornered. This card can often show up when you're in a situation where you feel like there's not much you could do either. So the good thing about the Eight of Swords is that it's a fleeting energy. It's not permanent. This comes in quick, it moves out just as fast. This person can free themselves, because notice, even though they're bound, even though they're blindfolded, they're surrounded with swords, and they can free themselves. So there's good energy to this as well. But to me, it just feels a little on edge. So we'll absolutely want to take a look at that. Especially with like the way all these energies are mixing and playing off each other. But I want to dive deeper on all of it, Pisces. Let's jump in and clarify. Let's get a good shuffle here for my Pisceans, guides and spirit team. What do we got here for Pisces? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that page. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it right in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Page of Wands. Thank you. Yeah, so is it, I feel like I've seen this for you in recent weeks, and it's starting to show up again with this fire air. This is like an explosive return, or someone or something coming back quick, hot and heavy type of energy. For a small portion of you, there might be a situation that you really need to readdress here. with the Six of Swords showing up in reverse. And I'll tell you why it's making me feel these things. Usually in the upright, the Six of Swords is going towards something. It's moving from choppy waters into the calm, but there is action and movement away. When I see it in reverse, this is an energy of something looping, swinging back around. So when it's underneath this Page of Wands, the fire air mixture, to me, it feels like something returning quickly. Boom. Like something that goes from 0 to 100. So just know there might be a situation that you're going to have to readdress for a portion of you. This could be an individual returning in one form or another. Now, I will say this. I saw this for you several weeks ago in a different form. It was much lighter. I've been seeing it throughout the rest of the zodiac as well, but this one feels like very intense, very quick. So just, I don't want to say this has the possibility to like fizzle out quickly, but there is something that this energy is just moving quick. It's moving quick. It's coming in quick. It's going quick. It's just like moving in a lot of different ways. It doesn't feel planted. So just know there could be various things that might just need to be readdressed or are going to return here in a very powerful way. I don't necessarily feel like it's you talking in circles or repeating conversations you've had before. To me, it just feels like something comes in, it's like a flash, like boom, it comes back and then might go back out. It depends on how the rest of this reading goes. But let's see what's up with that Two of Cups. I'd say worst case scenario, if this is a talk or conversation, it's going to be very similar to one you've had before. So let's go in on that Two of Cups. Why is that two here? Could this be the person? Thank you. Yeah, and again, so now tis the season for things to swing back around, and I feel like I saw it back in April for a lot of the zodiac, and it's starting to happen here again. We have Death in reverse. Okay, Death, the card of karma. Remember, we had the karmic energy last week, karmic cycles. Usually the Death card, Scorpio energy, is like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, and it's the cycles of life. So when I see it in reverse underneath the Two of Cups, this is indicating several things to me. Either one, a person that you have a long history with, long ties, is showing up here strong in this energy, or with Death in reverse, the energy of various things bobbing back up and returning or readdressing. So just know there might be situations that weren't fully put to bed the way they should have been, or there's still some unfinished business. That's how this is coming through to me, especially since it's showing up twice here in the beginning. So just know whether you feel like you have some unfinished business or someone you're connected to might feel like there's unfinished business, something might still need to be handled in one way. And I feel like it's very simple. Very, very simple. This karmic energy is still here. For a portion of you, this could have been a person that is in your life or was in your life to kind of teach you a lesson in one form or another. So it could have been a karmic connection we're seeing here in the center. But the main thing I'm picking up now, especially with the double down of this energy, is unfinished business. So let's keep moving over to the Eight of Swords, and we'll see what's up. Okay. I mean, since the beginning, there's been this big vibe of action and moving forward. But how can you move forward if these energies keep popping back up? So let's go in on the 8, then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow. So why is that 8 of Swords here for Pisces? Quick, thank you. 3 of Wands in reverse though, okay. So I do feel like all of this can and will be handled quickly and painlessly. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, Pisces. It's like the oddest thing, especially for the earth and water signs, like the messages have been coming through in unique ways that I don't normally receive them. But the 3 of Wands is a card of waiting on things to happen. For some of you, I don't feel like you're going to have to exert a lot of energy here. Okay, because to me, it feels like all of this energy up front, it's swinging your way. So even if you want to make, I don't feel you like waiting long, waiting forever. To me, it's more like you're magnetic in this time. You're pulling these things towards you, whether you realize it or not, or other people are going to be the ones making action and making moves, like we saw here up in the front. The 3 of Wands is manifesting, it's waiting, it's creating, and it's not really budging. So the fact that I'm seeing it in reverse underneath the 8 of Swords, it's like this energy is coming at you quick. You're not going to have to wait super long here. This isn't something that's going to drag out. So make sure if these energies do arise, if you do have some unfinished business, I feel like you could handle it quickly and painlessly. I don't know why it keeps coming through like that. So peculiar. Yeah, that's the main message I'm picking up here. Now just know if you're having any stressors, anxieties, and things along those lines, switching up the regular schedule could be very important and could alleviate these energies in a really big way. But just to bring your attention, notice we have the fire, air, fire, air, and the water in the center. So there's like a lot of stuff moving around and it's coming and going real quick. So let's go through and do a quick recap here, Pisces. Very unique, and I think a lot of the readings this week have been coming through uniquely. But position number one, we have the Page of Wands with the Six of Swords in reverse. I already told you might need to readdress something. There could be a person or something, a situation that is just going to swing back around and return. And we have a double down of that energy as we move to the center. We have the Two of Cups with the Death card in reverse. Now, for a portion of you, it could just be highlighting a person that you have a very long history with. But the big vibe here is we have multiple possible things swinging back around, and to me it felt like there's unfinished business or something hasn't been completely handled yet. So just as a bonus, it feels like it's going to work through quickly. Like this isn't something that's going to drag on, but there's unfinished business. Moving to the back end, we have the Eight of Swords with the Three of Wands. I don't feel you having to exert much of your energy because this energy is moving towards you. So keep that in mind. The energy is coming your way and you're not going to have to wait long. And this is something that can be resolved rather quickly. So please take a screenshot of that. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, Pisces. Let's get a good shuffle here, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get your one. And if you made it to this point in reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this shadow card going for the Pisceans. What is happening? Thank you. Okay, Ten of Wands. Okay, and very similar to what I was saying in the beginning about this Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands has some similar messages. Now, this is an energy that is a little cumbersome. It's a little burdensome. It's a little heavy. So for some Pisces out there, there may be something that's weighing on your mind, weighing on your emotions. This could even be physical vitality too. So it's very important for Pisces in this time to take care of themselves health-wise. You might, and this to me is also one that shows me the neck, back, and spine. So make sure you're not holding tension there. You might need to loosen up those muscles a little bit. But this card, there's a lot of determination in it. So I would just like, if you're going through a difficult time or a situation, you got this. You're going to move through. You're going to work through it. It might be a little heavy at times, but this is a good energy to keep going and keep moving to. But it's not always the easiest. So that tells me like, yeah, you can progress through. It might not be easy all the time. It just feels a little heavy. Now, for another portion of you with the 10 wands showing up in the shadows, there may be someone you're connected to. They might be affected by something more than you think they are when this is here. This could be someone handling something in a very difficult manner. Okay, so I don't feel like we need to over talk it. It's very simple. I just feel like I want to give that message that you should just take care of yourself in this time. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling tired, whatever it might be, prioritize your health and wellness when this card is here. So yeah, Pisces, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. And for the July subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's fire and air readings. But for the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale, one of my favorite decks ever. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, if you could time travel, would you rather go into the past to meet your ancestors, or would you rather go into the future to meet your descendants? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.